of your go-to for all things home. This is Home Answers Radio, presented by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, Valdecast Windows and Doors, and by Center Guard Plumbing. Once again, here's Roger Piper.
Your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio.
Hi, welcome to Home Answers. I'm Roger Piper. This show is all about your home, inside, outside, and everything to do with your home. And I make one little promise to you, and that is if you spend the next few minutes with us, you're going to pick up a few tips that you probably didn't know. Got a special guest with us, Phil Davis from Harris Exteriors and More. Welcome to the show, Phil.
Nice to meet here.
All right. Now, you're a home exterior company, and boy, that is something that everybody needs and everybody goes through over a period of time, needing some work done on that outside. So you've been doing it a long time. You're an expert in the field. Phil, tell us, when somebody is looking to do a home improvement project, an exterior project, what are the things that they should be asking people if they say, you know what, I don't have anybody, I'm looking for somebody, and they're going to make a few phone calls. What are the things that are really important that they find out or ask when they're looking for that contractor?
Well, that's a good question. You know, one of the things I think you need to do is you need to find a reputable contractor. And a reputable contractor would be one with license, his insurance, which would be general liability and workman's comp, references of past work that they've done, and checking out to maybe going out and looking at some of their work and talking to the homeowners and see how their experience with the contractor was. Yeah,
and that makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Anybody can be a contractor. Just put a ladder in a truck.
Yeah, but you know, and it's probably in your best interest not to do that, right? Is just sit there and go, well, he's got a ladder in a truck, he must be good. There's a little bit more to it than that, isn't there?
Well, yeah, you need to make sure that your contractor is on the same page as you are, and the project that you're about to, start or want to start, you want to make sure that everything is included in the price, that there were the unforeseen costs, things that may arise when they're doing the job that may be unforeseen. And I like to, when we're doing something, I like to give all those pricing up front. So when we do find those problems, that they know exactly what that extra cost would be. But for most part, we like to do our estimates that include everything except for the unforeseen.
Yep. Now, you've been doing this a long time. Give us a little bit of a history on the company, Phil.
Well, I started this company 28 years ago with Chris Harris. Me and Chris Harris were both working as bartenders. And Chris was a roofer, and he asked me, hey, Phil, buy a pickup truck and we'll start a roofing company. About 2 weeks later, I had a new truck sitting in Chris's driveway, and that's where we started.
Oh, that's a great American story. We love those. And, of course, one of the things that you look for when you're getting ready to do a project is somebody's got a lot of experience doing it. Tell us the scope. Tell us all the things that you do as a company when it comes to home exterior products.
Well, we start out as roofing, and we slowly went down to gutters. Then we went to the soffit and doing soffit and fascia, aluminum, vinyl, and then we brought siding into our portfolio, and then we followed it up with windows. So we do everything pretty much on the house's exterior, so siding, windows, and roofing. And entry doors, that's another one we've added. We've also included a couple showrooms, so you can go. There's so many different makes of windows, and so many different people have so many different interests in what they're looking for to put in their home that we can't carry all these samples out in our trucks. They get beat up, so we built a couple showrooms so people could come in there, see the product, see the install, be able to touch and feel and operate these products and see the differences between the different manufacturers.
Yep, that makes a difference. So if you're looking to get a job done and you want to go by the showroom, where's it at?
I have 3 showrooms. I have one in Glen Ellen on Roosevelt Road, and I have one in Barrington on Northwest Highway, and I have one in Streamwood in
the northwest suburbs, so people can check that out.
Yep.
Wow. So that's really cool. And in that showroom, you have different things that they can actually take a look at, right?
Yeah, a lot of times with siding, we built these 2x3 boards that you can see. Instead of a lot of siding manufacturers have little splotches where you can look at a little color, and it's very difficult to say, oh, I like this color. So we made big boards with all the different siding colors so people can take them to their homes and put them up against their brick or their house to see what that color looks like, especially in the sun and in the shade. The colors look different. Never go by any colors that you get out of a magazine. Looking at the pictures, you go out there and you start putting that siding on the wall, and the customer will come out saying that's not the color I ordered, and because they looked at a magazine what it looks like. So we want to make sure that people see what they're getting, because when they do this, they're most likely doing it for one time only. They don't want to come back in a couple years, hey, I got to pull the siding off because I don't like the color, or I don't like that the color of the shingles or any of that stuff. So we want to make sure people feel good about the color selections that they select.
Yeah, and once you get it on the home, that's what I heard a story of somebody that I know had new siding put on. Wife pulls up in the driveway when it's half done and says, I hate it. I mean, and really the problem is because he didn't take the sample and put it on the house, and look at it from that point of view, because you've got light differences and different things, contrast. So it's real important to do that. And again, the best thing to do is to use that sample, I think, don't you?
I think people really get a kick out of using them, pulling them out, putting them up against the shingles. We have the shingle sample colors, so they're able to see that and really get a true feeling of what color is going to go on their house and get a sense of, hey, whether they're going to like it or not.
Yep. Measure twice, saw once. And we're talking with Phil Davis of Harris Exteriors and more. And if you want to check them out on the website, I highly recommend that. It's harrisexteriors.com. If they want to give you a phone call, what's the best number to call, Phil?
630-372-7310.
Okay, 630-372-7310. And, of course, offer free consultation?
Absolutely. We're in no pressure sales. We'll come out, we'll measure it up, we may email you a quote, or we may hand deliver it, depending on the degree of difficulty or the understand. Some people need to be, to walk through the process, and so they understand everything.
Yeah. And, the industry, when it comes to home improvement, especially exterior, is that there is a lot of pressure. And people sometimes feel like they're going to a car dealer, but when they've got somebody in their home and, they're trying to close. And so you pride yourself on not being no pressure. It's like, here's the information. What would you like to do kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, we try to give the best price right up front. There is no, hey, we can cut another 20% if you sign tonight. There is no free installation. I've never seen free installation. They're just taking the price and adding it back to the other window. A lot of gimmicks in this world. One thing that you have to be careful of is when they say having the husband and wife both present. That's where they're going to get you at the table and start sliding the contract over and giving you a discount if you sign tonight, and you don't have that rebuttal. Well, I can't sign anything because my wife will not allow this, or my husband doesn't allow. So that's what they're setting it up so they can get a hard sell and offer you extremely great discounts if you sign tonight. And that's just usually we're getting a call from somebody that signed one of those trying to get out of it. And it's usually sometimes it can be very difficult.
Yeah. So when you get that kind of pressure run, basically, right? I mean, that's what you should do when you get that kind of high pressure, because that says something about the company and their integrity. If it's all about the sale, you wonder how much time and effort is put into the actual job.
Well, yeah, they're boiler room tactics in my opinion, and you aren't getting the best price. They have to close you tonight, because once you start getting other bids, you usually find out that those guys were a little excessive in their pricing, and it's always nice to get 3 bids from other well-known established contractors.
And that thing where they offer, half price off installation or half price off the windows, it's a gimmick, because there's no way that they've got those kind of margins, that they do that. So that's trying to get you into the door and doing that. Some are real, I'm sure there are. But most of the time, it's just a gimmick, isn't it?
Yeah, well, what you do is you just double up the price of your windows and send the guy out, and now you do have the room for 2 for 1. But that's why you really, when you're about ready to start a project, you want to find, several, 3-4 different contractors and get some bids and get written bids. And one of the things you want to ask them is everything included. What, is my bill going to look the same as what this price is on the contract?
Yeah, what's the out the door, right? So, yeah, it's important. Some great tips there, Phil, and we appreciate that. We're talking with Phil Davis from Harris Exteriors and More, and you can check out their website at harrisexteriors.com. Call them, set up a free consultation for windows, siding, doors, gutters, pretty much everything. Roof, 630-372-7310, 630-372-7310. It's Home Answers, and I'm Roger Piper on AM 560, The Answer.
Your go-to for all things home.